So welcome back to the mountain today. There's a tree back in here. I don't know if you can see it. It goes up this way and over there and gets hung up on these limbs. It's a dead walnut tree. So we're going to cut that thing down. Now this tree actually has a fork and two pieces go up. This one side's broken off. So I'm sure that other side is pretty rotten also. We do have to be careful. This is on the side of a hill, probably about a 60-degree slope. I can't even stand out there, so we're going to have to figure something out. The bad thing is, downhill from this tree is the tiny house. Now I think there's another tree between the tree we're going to cut and the tiny house, so there's really no possible way it can go over there, we hope. I think the thing to do is to set up here on the uphill side, see if we can cut that thing. Now there is this other tree here it's going to lean against, so if anything that is going to push the top away. So we want to make sure to leave a little bit of hinge wood back here so it doesn't kick over and do anything weird. All right, here's a little bit closer look at the bottom of the tree. It has some mushroom stuff growing on it. That's kind of cool. It does go up this way, and it's definitely going to get hung up on that other tree. I think I'm going to cut this one side off first. If for nothing else, it's going to help us pull this thing off the mountain with the tractor later. So let's get to it. I think we'll put you guys right there. All right, so that worked pretty good. So we can see that log is not rotten inside. So we might be able to get some good wood out of that to go to the sawmill. We'll see. All right, we're going to try to notch the bottom of this thing just a little bit. We're going to cut a little bit on both sides, so we can just come back and cut the back and hope for the best. That was interesting. Let me show you what we ended up with. So when this thing started cracking, I just left the saw and moved away. You can see it split right up this tree into a dead spot, and the entire tree took off down the hill. Perfect. Now I think I'm going to leave this tall stump here for no real reason other than there's no reason to cut it. So let's gather up our chainsaw and go down to the bottom of the hill, see how bad this is. All right, down here by the tiny house, this tree reached across the driveway. Doesn't look too bad, but that's only the top part. It broke off as it hit that other tree. And we have this piece going up the hill. I think we'll spend a few minutes with the chainsaw, clear the driveway, and then we'll go get the tractor to pick up all the pieces. Now looking at this tree, I really don't see anything useful to take to the sawmill. So we may just cut it all up into firewood. That's probably the right thing to do. right, we made short work of that. At first I thought there would be some good wood in here, but you can see the center of this thing is all rotten. In fact, I could just stick my finger down in there. We wouldn't get any good lumber out of that. Still have a couple more pieces up here on the hillside. We have that little one there. And then we have this big log going all the way up. I think what we're going to do is cut up that little piece, load all the firewood up in the truck and go unload it, bring the tractor back, and pull this big one down the hill. Sounds like a plan. All right, that was fun. I got my workout in. Let's go unload it.
The sun beats down a fiery gaze on emerald leaves of summer days. My Husqvarna, a hungry roar, ready to fell what stood before. Sweat stings my eyes, but I don't mind. A forest bounty I'm gonna find. Oh, the hum of the song, the scent of the pine, a mountain of wood, soon to be mine. Up the dirt road, my mini truck strains, hauling the harvest through sun and through rains. A hot day's labor job well done under the bright and burning sun. The trunk it groans, then cracks and sighs as timber tumbles neath open skies. The limbs are shed and bucked with might, stacked in a pile, a glorious sight. My muscles ache, my back is sore, but satisfaction I can't ignore. Oh, the hum of the song, the scent of the pine, a mountain of wood, soon to be mine. Up the dirt road, my mini truck strains, hauling the harvest through sun and through rain, a something hot and burning sun. The dust it swirls, a reddish cloud, as tires grip, both strong and proud. Each bump and jolt, a rhythmic sway, bringing my treasure home today. The green of the forest, a vibrant hue, reflecting the sky so clear and blue. Oh, the hum of the song, the scent of the pine, mountain of wood, soon to be mine. Up the dirt road, my mini truck strains, hauling the harvest through sun and through rain. A hot day's labor job well done under the bright and burning sun. Yeah, the bright and burning sun. Another load, my work is done. Husqvarna's hum, steady song, where I belong all day long.
So we're up on the ridge, and this is where we mostly have our bonfires and stuff. So I'm going to put the firewood here. Now we already have a bunch of firewood up here. There's a stack here. We have a stack over here. We have a bunch of uncut logs on this side. We have a little bit of wood wedged between these two trees, and a pretty good stack over here. I know you're not supposed to stack firewood between trees. But we're going to cut these trees down eventually anyway. So let's get to stacking. Would have been good to put the mini truck closer to the wood pile. But then we wouldn't get a good exercise in. I don't know, we might need to find a new spot. It's getting pretty full. I think we'll add to that pile way over there. All right, that about does it. The tiny truck is empty. We need to go get the tractor and get that other log. But it's going to be more of the same. You guys don't need to hang out. Get outside, do something fun. Come back and tell me about it.